The organization is made up of individual congregational units, and I can remember the first time that I attended my St. Michael congregational unit meeting, and I was really, really quiet, and the women were so amazing and they were so engaging. But to be honest, I really didn't know if this group was for me. But I attended the next gathering and the next gathering, and then God started speaking to me and saying, these women are amazing. These women are faithful, that they put God's ministry ahead of everything else, and they make that so much a part of their lives. And then I realized that this was a place for me. This is what God was calling me to be part of this amazing community of women that have been with me through my faith journey and are still with me today.
Growing up, just having older women to mentor me through different towns has meant so much. When I went on VSWO, I had, my children were quite young. They were still in preschool, and just really have a lot of rich conversations at the board, at conventions with women of different ages and different experiences, and just knowing that they had been through similar trials, it meant a lot, and know that I could balance those things.
As being able to serve on the Virginia Synodical Women's Board, I got to really see how active the congregational units are, and how each one of them are living out the ministry, God's ministry, through their works. But it especially hits home when we have our conventions, because usually we have a project that our women work on during the whole year. And those can be an international type project or a project that is community-based. And one in particular that sticks in my mind is an international project that we ask our women to make little dresses for Africa, mailed to an organization that distributes them all across Africa as they do other ministry. And we expected that, oh wow, if we get 500 dresses, this will be an amazing thing, and we'll be able to ship these off, and it'll be a wonderful project. Well, our women made over 4,000 dresses, and the organization's president was so amazed that she was actually our keynote speaker at our next convention. And to see these women doing God's work with their hands is just an amazing and fulfilling thing to see. And to see that we are the Synod, we make up part of the Synod, and that we can do this and do God's work in the world.
Yeah, we have a quilting group at Trinity in Pulaski, and that group's always been active, but I think VSWO has just really given the women different ideas to kind of light that fire. We had walker caddies that were done for convention that our group continued, and that led through a nursing home in Pulaski to doing a quilt for each resident on their birthday. And it involved the women that made the quilts, but also had one point person that delivered the quilts every month. And she became known as the quilt lady to all the residents. When she would show up, she would just get bombarded. They would see her bags and just, okay, whose turn is it this month? It's just an example that everyone can get involved, no matter what their time or their expertise might be. It's just such a strong community, and I think it's a unique experience to be among women of different generations and really kind of just have that experience of sharing and just knowing like we can handle this stage of life. There are people that have been there, and that's not something that I've really found in other avenues.
It gives women an opportunity to maybe become leaders and do things outside their comfort zone. And I know especially for me, it has given me a lot of confidence, and because the women are amazing at nurturing and mentoring, and it's made me be able to become a leader in my congregation, in the Synod, and on a church-wide level. I've served on the National Church-wide Board, and that would never have been possible if it wasn't for the Virginia Synodical Women's Organization and this amazing group of women, faithful and God-loving women.